These days, it seems that everyone is telling you to drink wine and take more bubble baths. Hustle is out, self-care is in. But we've got businesses to run and family and friends who depend on us. And if we're spending life in the bathtub, how is it all gonna get done? Today, we're going to explore the pros and cons of self-care. Is it a lame excuse to get more manicures, or the missing ingredient to your business growth? After we decide where we fall on the argument, we're making a plan of action. At the end of this video, you'll walk away with a 5-step system designed to help you find some sanity while still getting to live your very crazy but happy life. Put a cork in that wine bottle. We've got some work to do. I'm Hickey, creative entrepreneur, coach, and introvert, and your friend. Over the last 10 years, I've worked to grow several online businesses using my creative talents while building a happy and fulfilling life. Today, I guide creative introverts like you to thrive as business owners and as individuals. Now, anyone who watches this is going to benefit from the strategy that we share at the end. But as always, these videos are created with my introverts in mind. And if you are an introvert, be sure to head into the description below this video to grab the exclusive video that I've made just for you, entitled An Introvert's Guide to Thriving in Business and Life. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button because I have even more videos in the works, designed to help you overcome the challenges that we introverts face so that we can focus on using our creative talents to make beautiful things and to live a life that makes us happiest. So let's get into this debate. On one side, we have all the things that we have to do. The average person with a job has a ton of responsibility and pressure on them to perform and deliver. And then when they get home, the adulting starts. Cooking, cleaning, breaking up fights between your kids and or your pets, and my personal favorite, laundry. And by favorite, I mean that laundry is the actual worst. And I currently have clothes sitting in my dryer that should have been folded days ago. Now, if you work for yourself or you're trying to build up a business on the side, then you have added yet another layer of responsibility. But it'll be worth it. You keep telling yourself that anyway. And if you're doing all of this and you're a creative person, well, then you're just screwed, because those ideas and all of those things that you want to do or try or experience, they do not stop. You can rest assured that you're never going to be bored for the rest of your life. But this also means that your to-do list will never be complete. So to recap, in this corner, we have all the things that we have to do and all the things that we want to do. Now let's address self-care, the thing that really wants to be a part of your life. While you're already trying to declutter your home and figure out whether or not you should have been charging sales tax on everything that you sold online in the last 6 months. Self-care wants to give you grace, wants for you to blow off that appointment, to take a social media hiatus, to take baths, and to go on long walks, and to meditate. I think that there are a lot of people, and maybe you're one of them, whose blood pressure goes through the roof every time someone tells them that they need to meditate. Because when you aren't into the whole meditation thing, it sounds like something that is simultaneously going to make you feel bad about yourself because you just can't figure out how to make it work, and make you feel like you've just wasted time. Time that we have already just established that we are all desperately lacking in. So even if you've spotted a few things on that self-care list that sound really appealing to you, like, oh, read a magazine. I love magazines. I could go out for ice cream. I'll even ride my bike to get there. Get that physical fitness in. Yet those things still feel like things that you should not be touching until your work is done. So what do? We put them off. We save them. We work a little harder. We wake up earlier, we stay up later, and we feel like we must be making progress because we are working so freaking hard, only to look down and see that somehow our to-do list has multiplied and started their own families. It's more like looking at a genealogy map. So I think you see where I'm headed with this. We are fighting a never-ending battle, instead of celebrating the fact that a lot of things on that list were supposed to be fun. I mean, maybe not the laundry, but our creative endeavors like starting a podcast or learning watercolor. When those projects are hanging out on this side with all of life's responsibilities and they aren't being fueled, you guessed it, with self-care, they're going to feel like a burden. And man, what a waste of our incredible creative gifts. It's like springing for that pretty Draper James dress and then putting it on to clean your bathroom. You would never do that. You would save it for a time when you're going to see a bunch of your girlfriends all at once and you're going to be in a public place so that strangers can stop you and tell you how good you look. You've got to give your creative talents the Draper James dress treatment if you want to see the results that you're hoping for. What do you do when you put on that dress? You apply makeup, you put on heels. You dig into the back of your closet for your best handbag, and then you take it out to a nice dinner with drinks and dessert with your favorite people. Why don't we do this with our creative endeavors? Why are we trying to make things happen on no sleep, working from closets, frying our brain, trying to learn how to do too many things at once, and never asking for help? And how can we possibly expect to see results when we're working under those circumstances? How much more could you accomplish if you could just see clearly and think straight? And not only that, but who is going to want to work with or hire a person who is barely holding it together? It's twofold. It's not only that you are working yourself to the bone, but you are repelling the business that you're looking for. I think that we can put this argument to rest. I'm not going to try to speak for the regular people, but I'm going to take it upon myself to represent the creatives. Now, before we move on to our plan of action, if you're with me and you're on Team Self-Care, let me know by typing in the comments, hashtag self-care wins. All right, so we're gonna do this, we're convinced, but that never-ending, regenerating to-do list, it's still there and we have to do something about it. We need a self-care strategy. Step one is recognizing that our to-do list is going to continue to repopulate. We need to stop telling ourselves the lie that one day we're gonna get all caught up. We won't, and that is okay. Step two is to identify the essentials. We've got to eat, stay clean, go to work to earn money so that we have a place to live. The things that need to happen every day. These are your number one priorities. Step three is to put self-care on your daily schedule. Right now, take out your calendar or your planner and find a 15-minute block of time that is reserved. It is blocked off from appointments, carpools, email checking, or anyone asking you for a favor. This is an appointment with yourself and it cannot be broken. Now, this feels counterintuitive. When we think of self-care, we think of relaxing and freedom. We don't think of following a strict schedule. But when left to our own devices, we're gonna let it slide. Have you ever gone for an entire 24-hour period without eating or sleeping? I know that even if you haven't, you can probably conjure up an idea of what that feels like. And it's not good. If you miss this very important appointment with yourself, I want you to feel that same level of discomfort. It is that important. Step four is to make a list of self-care activities that you actually enjoy. Don't take baths if they don't relax you. Don't read if you would rather listen to music. Come up with as many things that fill you up and make you feel amazing as possible. And do not worry if they are unappealing to other people. Again, this feels kind of silly, but most of us, we're not self-care savants just yet, and we forget what we enjoy doing, which is why we end up spending so much time scrolling on our phones. That is not what this time is for. You need to remind yourself, this is what I like doing. Step five is to start keeping track of your days and labeling them. Is this a busy day or a regular day? Here is the difference. Regular days, we'll call them RDs, are ones where you only do the essentials. The things that we identified in step two: showering, dropping your kids off at school, eating dinner, etc. The BDs, the busy days, are the ones where it's the essentials plus other obligations, either self-imposed or things that you just can't get out of, like renewing your driver's license. On BDs, the busy days, you do your 15 minutes of self-care regardless. On RDs, you push those boundaries and you take as much self-care time as you can. You know when people are dieting, they'll do cheat days and they'll just eat whatever they want? It's like that. On your RDs, go wild. Get massages, watch Netflix, whatever it is that fills you up. You do it and you don't have to worry about the calories. That is, unless your self-care activity is eating baked goods. So you may be asking, okay, when am I labeling these days? Is it before they happen or after? It's both. You will know when the BDs are coming up. Like next week, in-laws are arriving, conference call at 10, haircut at noon. So if so, you can mark those in advance. But then other days, you think that they're gonna be RDs and somehow they turn into BDs. You may wake up and say, you know what? It's a regular day. I'm gonna extend my self-care time. I'm gonna go out and get a coffee. And then on the way there, you get a flat tire. As you're waiting for AAA to fix it, you check your email and you see that there is a webinar that you really want to watch, and they claim it's only going to be available today. So your tire is fixed, you make it home in time, you're watching your webinar, and you start getting texts from your virtual assistant telling you that your website is down. So that turns into a project, and you've officially gotten yourself a BD. At the end of that day, you can mark it down as a BD in your calendar or planner. And I'd like for you to do this just for a month or so, 30 days. And at the end of it, look back at your BD to RD ratio. Ideally, you should have a 50-50 balance, but I'm guessing that you won't. The following month, make it your aim to have 1 RD for every 3 BDs, so that at a minimum, 25% of your days are not so busy. And then the following month, try to get it down to that 50-50 split. Life isn't slowing down. We're not getting any more time. Nobody is going to come knocking at your door, granting you permission to take care of yourself in the way that you know you need to in order to thrive. So rather than living in a fantasy world where we will make time for self-care one day when things all calm down, make it a priority now in a realistic way that allows you to keep living your crazy but mostly happy life. If you enjoyed this video and you are excited to inject some of that self-care into your life in your way, hit that thumbs up button. Coming up next week, we're gonna go all business and talk about what to do if you're not making sales. If you don't want to miss out on that video, click subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be alerted when it's released. If you have friends or family that you know are crazy talented creatives and they have a lot to share, more than they are currently doing, please consider sharing this video and channel with them. And lastly, before you go, be sure to click on that link in the description below this video to grab the special guide that I made for you called An Introvert's Guide to Thriving in Business and Life. I'm so grateful that you spent this time with me today. Now go out and make something beautiful.